Hey y'all, it's Erin Stern. It's that time again, fitness Q&A. The first question comes from Jillian. She asks, when counting macros, do you consider green veggies as part of the overall carbs, or should those be ignored when looking at the total percentage? Jillian, that's a great question. For me, I do not count leafy greens. I know a whole bag of spinach is like 20 calories. I would just be careful when you're looking at veggies. Other than the leafy greens, like tomatoes, carrots, onions, peppers, they have a lot of sugar, so you definitely need to count those as calories. But when counting leafy greens, I simply ignore them. I consider it a free food. So hopefully that helps. The next question comes from Eric. He asks, what's your opinion on when to train? Morning, evening, late night? Eric, that's a good question. I think it just depends on the person. Some people are morning people and they can wake up and train hard and lift heavy, and I know me personally, I feel a lot stronger in the afternoon, so I choose to train in the afternoon or early evening because I feel the strongest. So I don't think there's a right or a wrong time to train as long as you get it in. The next question comes from Kim. She asks, all of the magazines I've read, great workout programs, and they never talk about warming up first. How long and how heavy should your warm-up be? Well, Kim, I think it's important to warm up the muscle group that you're working. So if you're doing a leg workout, maybe a light walk or a jog, followed by some dynamic stretching, some sprint drills, some leg swings, something like that. And maybe just do a couple of sets, very light, and you can even do squats with no weight, just to get the range of motion and to get those muscles really warmed up. The next question comes from Kristen. She asks, I'm about 10 weeks out from my first show. I've gotten down to about 17% body fat. Everywhere in my body is leaning out except for my stomach. I'm following a strict plan, but everybody says my body is in starvation mode. Is it true that stress and cortisol make you gain weight in your tummy, even when slimming down everywhere else? Kristen, cortisol is something, it's definitely the stress hormone, and it's something that your body releases when you're in that starvation mode. Your metabolism will slow down, you will tend to hold fat in the belly area. And it's important to look at your diet and really make sure you're eating enough. I know when you're dieting, you want to cut calories as much as possible, but a lot of times when you go below your basal metabolic rate, the calories that you need just to survive per day, your body, it just, it thinks it's starving, so it's going to hold on to whatever it can. The other thing to look at is excessive cardio and spending more than an hour in the gym. That's another thing that will cause your body's stress hormones to spike. So, it may be time for a cheat meal. I know you probably don't want to do that, but, with 10 weeks to go, you might just need a couple of days rest and, get some good food. The next question comes from Leslie. She asks, for the average girl who isn't competing but struggles with getting her body back and getting a lean look, what do you suggest? For girls who have a good amount of weight to lose, do you suggest more cardio for fat and weight loss, or focus on weights to build muscle? How do you balance cardio and weightlifting? Leslie, that's an excellent question. So if you're looking to lean down, lose weight, I would suggest to keep moving. So do your supersets, do your weights first, maybe 30 minutes weights, 30 minutes of cardio, you're out in an hour. Make sure you keep your heart rate up and keep your recovery down. And by lifting weights, you're going to be burning calories after you leave the gym. And by doing your cardio, maybe some high intensity interval training, walking some hills on the treadmill, a step mill, that type of thing. Really challenge yourself for that hour and lift weights. Don't be afraid to go heavy, because that will increase your metabolism too. So just get in there and train hard. Until next week, y'all. Thanks.